folks. I got a request for some suggestions for a next tune for a fairly beginning player. And this one popped in my head immediately. I looked at some older videos I had put on YouTube, and I wasn't really thrilled with them. So I thought I'd redo it real quick here for this. And this is Going Down the River. It's in A, and I learned this in the early 70s at the J.P. Fraley Family Festival with J.P. and his wife Anadine playing it. I will post a link for that. You should take a listen. So we're tuned in A. I'll play it through a couple of times, and let me just say that you can make this super simple. You can put a lot more fancy stuff in, and you can do whatever you want to it, and I'll show you some of that stuff. And I will start with playing it how I might normally play it, and then I will teach it in a very simple way and show you some things you can do. So, you're in A. That means you're in a G tuning and you've capoed up to the 2nd fret, or you've tuned up and you've tried to tune up and hope it stayed there. So an A tuning has 2 A's, just like a G tuning has 2 G's. So this is an A, your 5th string and your 3rd string are A's. Capo on there, your 2nd string, your 4th string will be an E, and so will your 1st string. And then this string is a C sharp. You've tuned your 5th string up to A, right? So let's just dive in. So this tune, if the melody, if what we want it to say is we got to fill in a little time and stuff around there, but that's really sort of the melody. I suggest that you use a ditty technique. So ditty, 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 ditty. So that would be the first part. So that's hitting your 1st string and your 5th string, and then your 2nd string and your 5th string. 1st string, 5th string, 2nd string, 5th string. So after you've done that 3 times, you're going to pull off right here. It's the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then ditty. Okay, it's got a brush and a thumb. So ditty, 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 pull off ditty. Okay. Now the 2nd line, you're going to go ditty, ditty, pull off ditty. Notice we only did 2 ditty ditties before the pull-off ditty that time. We got to fill up the rest of that time. It's a hammer-on, 4th string, 2nd fret. Hammer-on ditty, and then pull-off right where you did before. Pull-off ditty. So that whole first part goes like this. Okay. Now, when you play a little a little bit faster, and you want to make sure that when you're playing, you're not giving every note exactly the same emphasis, because that's just going to sound like a typewriter instead of music. You want to emphasize mostly the first beat. Diddy, 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 diddy. So we'd go. Now I kind of overemphasize them, but you can tell that they're louder. I'm hitting them a little harder. And the fifth string is not, is just kind of, it's there to have something to work against with your hands so that you're not just flailing around in space going bum, 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 bum. So, and you notice you just have your hand a little bit wider, a little bit narrower, a little wider, a little narrower, a little wider, a little narrower. And that's how you're doing that. Narrower, wider, narrower, wider, narrower. Pull off, diddy, 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 pull off, diddy. Hammer on diddy, pull off, diddy. Okay, that's the whole first part. This is only a 16-bar tune, which means you've just got four bars repeated, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's repeated. Okay, here's the B part. It starts with the slide. The slide is where slides often happen in an A or a G tuning on the third string from the 2nd to the 4th fret, and I do that with my ring finger. Slide and diddy bum diddy. Now, I said slide and, right? The and is when you get up to here, so you want to keep that. You're not trying to do that slide as fast as you can. Slide, diddy, you know, it's slide and diddy, bum, diddy. And when I'm playing it slow like that, it doesn't really sound like, you can't really hear this note. I guess you can. Slide up, diddy, bum, diddy. Okay? Slide up, diddy, bum, diddy, bum, diddy. And then pull off at our normal pull off place. Pull off, diddy. Okay? Let's do that part again. Slide up, diddy, bum, diddy. That's all third string. Pull off, diddy. Okay? The second half of that line, of that part is diddy, diddy, pull off, diddy, hammer on diddy, pull off, diddy. Sound familiar? It's the second half of the A part. You already know how to play that one. So and then you repeat that whole part. So let's play it all together slowly. And then I'll show you a few ways you could just fancy it up a little bit if you get bored with playing it this way. Ready, and. Diddy, 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 pull off, diddy, 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 just two, and then pull off, diddy, hammer on diddy, pull off, diddy, again. Diddy, 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 pull off, diddy, 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 pull off, diddy, hammer on diddy, pull off, diddy. Now the slide, slide and diddy, bum, diddy, hammer on diddy, pull off, diddy, 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 pull off, diddy, hammer on diddy, pull off, again, slide and diddy, bum, diddy, hammer on diddy, pull off, diddy, 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 pull off, diddy, hammer on diddy, pull off, diddy. Okay, so let's see, what can you do to this? So instead of going diddy, 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 you could in the very beginning go bum, diddy, drop, thumb, oops, sorry, bum, diddy, drop, thumb, diddy. Okay. Oh, my little girl, if you don't do better, bum, diddy, drop, thumb, diddy, 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 pull off, diddy, or bum, diddy, pull off, diddy. Any of those things will work. Bum, diddy, drop, thumb, oops, sorry. Bum, diddy, drop, thumb, diddy, 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 pull off, diddy, bum, diddy, pull off, diddy, hammer on diddy, pull off, diddy. Okay. Okay, so that's something you could do. You could throw in a drop thumb instead of the diddy. I kind of alternate. And so on the end of the B part, instead of going you could go so the first half of that second line of the B part, instead you would just go hammer on, that's second fret, hammer on, then take your hand off and drop thumb. So your hand comes down, your thumb hits the string at the same time, and it pulls off, and then pull off. That's on the third string at your second fret. Yeah. And here's where that would go. Slide, bitty, bum, bitty, hammer, bitty, pull off, bitty, hammer, down, 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 bitty, hammer, bitty. Okay. So sometimes in the beginning of the very beginning of the A part, if you want to fancy it up, you could do a little syncopated thing. Instead of you could go. Now the easy way to do that, the best way to get the feel of that, is for me to play that over and over a few times, and you see if you can't play it with me. I found that's easier than actually using words to try to describe what's going on. I'm going to go. So if you get frustrated trying to do that, maybe you're not ready to do that. Or you can try on the YouTube, just click on that settings, gear thing, and slow it down to 3/4 speed, say. I hear I sound drunk when you do that, so that could be a fun thing. And then just play along with it at that speed. All right. Going down the river. Oh, I'll post some lyrics too in the description.